Hey, what's good, family? Coach Rod here. I want to talk about I can change him. I can change him. And a lot of times women can see a man and they can see that you know he got some issues with his character, but they'll be like, "Girl, I can change him, girl." And a lot of times women think that they can change a man. And the reason why I'm doing this video is because I received a question from somebody in the comment, and they was like, is it okay to get a man who lack character, but try to work on him and change him? And the answer to that question is no. It's no. It gotta be a man of character. Gotta be a man of character. And what I mean by character is character deal with a person's morals. You gotta look at this man's morals. Does he smoke weed? Black and mild, even cigarette. Does he smoke? Does he use a lot of profanity? Drinking. Does he drink? Get drunk? Does he, does he have integrity? Those are the things that deal with a person's character. Character it's about what a person's morals are. Morals. It's moral conduct. And that's what you got to go by, when you are dating a man. Don't never try to change a man's character. Never try to change a man's character. And the video sort of coincide with the video I was doing about the woman influence. Use your woman influence to make him better, not for his character, but again, a man may have character, but he's not going to be perfect. He's going to need, some type of woman influence to make him a better person, for his purpose. But and like I did in one of my videos, I use myself as an example. Like, one time I allowed myself to get out of character, and I was just saying, if I had a wife or a woman, girl or whatever, that was her opportunity. That would be her opportunity to speak into me. But what y'all gotta realize, see, I don't get out of character every day. I wasn't talking about like getting a man every day. You gotta stop him from fighting. It's not like every day I just start trouble with people, and then you gotta constantly tell me to stop fighting people. It's not like that. It's not like a street dude. None of that. It just, men are not perfect. They may have character, but they're not perfect. They still gonna have an ego. And and as a woman, you can use your influence to help improve in that area. You see what I'm saying? But when it comes down to a man's character, like once you find out this man smoke weed, get drunk, go to clubs, you see him using a lot of profanity, a lot of curse words. You don't see no integrity, a lot of lying, dishonest stuff like that. You gotta let that go. You cannot change a man, and don't pray for a man to get changed. And that's why I should have named the video. Stop praying for the man to get changed, for God to change a man. God is not going to change a man who don't want to be changed. Let me say it again. God is not going to change a man who does not want to be changed. In order for a person to change, he have to want to change. And y'all religious people, I'm gonna do a Bible study, cause we got so many people caught up in religion. Y'all religious people think that you can put oil on pillows and put oil on a person's shoes and get that person to change. There's nowhere in the Bible where you saw somebody put oil on something that belongs to a person and then they repented and stopped sinning. That's not even nowhere in the Bible. The old traditional people taught y'all that because they didn't know better. They was ignorant. But when it come down to a person changing from sin, they have to have a will. That's why the Bible says, whosoever will, let him come. Whosoever will, that means whosoever have a will, let him come. He got to have a will. If that man does not have a will to change, God ain't going to change that man. He got to have a will. And I'm just thinking about Jacob. The reason why Jacob changed is because Jacob wanted to change. Jacob knew he was doing wrong. Jacob was in trouble with his brother Esau. Esau was out to kill Jacob because he stole the birthright. And so Jacob knew that he was in trouble. Jacob knew that he was wrong. And Jacob took his family on the other side of town. I'm just paraphrasing because I ain't read the story in a while. I don't remember everything in detail. And then Jacob prayed to God. God, you said you would protect me. God, you said you going to do this for me. Jacob remind God of his word. Say, God, you say this. God, you say that. God, I need you. See what I'm saying? Jacob turned to God and Jacob prayed. You praying for somebody else to change, it's not going to work. You see what I'm saying? And then when Jacob did that, that's when God stepped in and sent the angel to wrestle with Jacob. See what I'm saying? Then the angel said to Jacob, what is your name? He said, my name Jacob. When the angel was asking who the name was, he was trying to get Jacob to confess that he is a sinner. But the Bible says if you confess your sin, God is faithful and just to forgive you from your sin and cleanse you from all unrighteousness. So Jacob had to confess. Until that person confess, guess what? They can't get forgiveness and get cleansed and get delivered from that. You see what I'm saying? So you sitting here praying for somebody to change so y'all can be together. Don't get a man who don't have character and pray for this man to change. That's why I want to make sure y'all understand it when I was talking about the woman influence. I'm not talking about getting a man that don't have no character, that's smoking dope, that's doing things, and you try to pray this man in. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about that because God ain't going to change nobody who don't want to be changed. You understand me? When Jacob started wrestling with that angel, the Bible said the angel touched him in his socket and broke his hip, but Jacob kept wrestling. And the angel told Jacob to let me go. The angel told Jacob to let me go because the angel wanted to see how bad Jacob really wanted his blessing. But Jacob said, no, I'm not letting you go until you bless me. You see what I'm saying? Until that person get like Jacob and say, God, I'm not going to let you go until you bless me. Change me. That's what Jacob was saying. I'm not going to let you go until you change me. And that's when the angel said, your name should no longer be Jacob. Excuse me. It's going to be Israel. That's when Jacob got his deliverance. The only way somebody can get their deliverance, they got to go to God for themselves. You cannot pray for a person to change their character. You cannot pray for a man who tell you he don't like you. It's another thing that women do. You want somebody who don't want you. You want somebody who don't see you that way. And you go to God, oh God, change this man. You got somebody, a man that you like. This is where some of y'all get mad at. I'm just too real for some of y'all. A man that you like, he handsome, but he don't like you. He don't see you that way. And you sit right there and you pray to God, God change the man. Let that man be my husband. And I see women do this all the time. And don't let church folk tell y'all who your husband is. You hear me? Don't let church folk prophesy to you about your husband and all that here. Be careful what you can get from church folks. The word you get from church folk, okay? Be careful. Because church folk will have you with the wrong person. And I'm using myself as an example. I like to be transparent. You know, about 20 years ago, when I was a younger man, young minister and all that, I used to visit this church with my friend. And as a matter of fact, he's the pastor of that church right now. And, you know, it was a certain woman in that church liked me, but I didn't like her. You know what I'm saying? Physical attraction wasn't there. I'm just gonna be real with you. I'm transparent. Physical attraction wasn't there. And again, I'm not telling nobody you should marry somebody who totally unattracted to you, but you shouldn't be all about looks neither. So it's not that I'm all about looks, but that person got to be some type of attraction where you want to be romantically involved. And the person who liked me, I just, didn't see her that way. And we all experienced that. Somebody like us, but we don't see them that way. So anyhow, but I guess everybody in the church knows she liked me. So her auntie gonna come to me talking about, I had a dream about you and my niece was married. That is your wife. And I'm like, no, that's not. Yeah. I said, nuh-uh. Yes, that's your wife. And she said, everything I dream come to pass. I didn't say it to her. She said, I'm a woman of God, I'm a prophet of God, and everything I dream come to pass. But I didn't say it to her because I didn't want to disrespect her. But I was saying in my head, I guarantee you this right here won't come to pass. I promise you this is going to be the first dream you had don't come to pass, okay? That dream ain't gonna come to pass. It's been over 20 years and it haven't came to pass yet. It's not gonna come to pass. And you know, I said to myself, this is what I was saying in my head, like, man, I'll be like Jonah. If God did tell me to marry her, I would be like Jonah. I would get me a boat and go in the ocean. I run from God, and God gotta trap me in the belly of a whale. That's how I was feeling in my heart. That was going on in my head. And I told my friend that, he started laughing. I said, boy, you stupid. I said, boy, I'd be like Jonah. God gotta trap me in the belly of a whale. And I just tell God, keep me in here. Don't let me out like you did Jonah. I'd rather stay right in this whale. You hear me? That's how I felt at the time. You see what I'm saying? So that never happened. So, and they was praying for it. She was praying for it. My point is, don't pray for a man to change his mind to be with you. If a man don't want you, he's not gonna be with you. But y'all gotta understand, God gave everybody a free will. I can marry whoever I want to marry, as long as she a Christian. You understand me? If she a Christian, I can marry anybody I want to marry. It's not one person that God want me to marry. No, I can marry anybody I want to marry, as long as she a Christian, because God tells us, do not be unevenly yoked with an unbeliever. So if a Christian woman like me and I like her, I can marry her if we both Christians. We both have the same core values and core beliefs. Don't pray that God change a man's mind to be with you. If that man don't want you, that means you're not his type. He don't see you that way. And see, what y'all gotta realize, and then somebody might say, well, that ain't true, because I prayed for my husband and he ain't wanted me. We married. You might see that comment in the comment section. But they're not gonna tell you their husband not affectionate with them. Their husband don't massage their feet. The husband don't cuddle with them. This is what y'all gotta realize. A man could marry you. He could change his mind and marry you, but maybe he marry you for help. He maybe marry you for financial reasons. You don't know why he marrying you. Every man that marry a woman doesn't mean it's love. So if somebody want to comment that, oh, that ain't true, my husband changed for me and all that here, are you happy though? You see what I'm saying? So God, don't try to change no man. When it's God, y'all gonna come together and just jail automatically. You ain't gotta pray to God. Ain't gonna be no offering on stuff. Ain't gonna be no breakup and all that here. Ain't gonna be none of that. Ain't gonna be none of that. When God is in it, y'all will be married within 2 years. Within 2 years, if it's God, y'all gonna be married. If it's God, within 2 years, y'all is going to be married. If you with somebody and you've been praying for this man to change more than 2 years, you gotta let that go. You gotta let that go. And I know the church folks struggle with this here, but don't get no oil and put on nothing. That's not that is misusing the oil. The oil is not for that. I said it before, I'm gonna say it again. The oil is they use the oil to anoint priests, to anoint kings, and stuff like that, to anoint people. Put oil on the people's head. The oil represents the anointing. And they also use the oil to pray for sick people. That's the only reason why they use the oil in the Bible. They did not use oil to put on somebody's clothes to make them stop sinning. That's manipulation. God does not manipulate us. God gave us a free will. That's why the Bible says, I set for you life and death. Choose life so you may live. Another scripture, choose you this day who you going to serve. God say, choose this day you're going to serve. He's not going to make nobody change to be with you. He's not going to make nobody change to want to marry you. If that person don't want to marry you, that person don't like you because they're tight physically, then hey, it is what it is. Let it go. Somebody else out there for you. You cannot change a man. The only time a man could change if he submit himself to God. He gotta want to change. Point blank period. He got to want to change. So I just want to drop that in there on y'all, man. You know, I know it's a background noise and all that here, but when God give me this word, I gotta get it out. I gotta get it out, man. I gotta get it out. But I just want to share that with y'all. Don't get no man and try to change no man. When it's God ordained, you're not gonna have to change him. He may not be perfect. You might have to influence him. But he's not. You're gonna have to sit and change a controlling, toxic, abusive man, weed head, thug. But you may have to influence him to be better, but not change, not change. Hope y'all get it. And one thing the Lord showed me about a lot of people who want to disagree, like when I talk about the woman influence, when I talk about femininity, stuff like that, I know there's a lot of women struggle with that, and the Lord showed me the reason why is because they still in the flesh. They got to come to mind. And when I say stuff like femininity, I'm talking about the priority of the one woman, and some people just don't catch it. They go right over their head and don't catch it. Some things I be saying is like people just don't catch, like because they got the wrong spirit. They want to come on to disagree. Like, for an example, somebody in the comment, oh, irresponsible man is not a leader. Now, never video I did in my life ever that I told women to get with an irresponsible man. But why would somebody comment on my video? The word irresponsible did not come out my mouth on damn video. But those people who just want to have a spirit of they just want to disagree. You see what I'm saying? But, and it's because a lot of times, too, they don't understand the things of the spirit. They're in the flesh. You got to get in the spirit. When the things I be telling y'all about a classy woman, don't be calling yourself a savage, all that stuff there, that's biblical. The Proverbs 31 woman, I'm talking about the Proverbs 31 woman. You see what I'm saying? A lot of women want a God-fearing man. You want Boaz, but to attract Boaz, to attract a God-fearing man, you got to become a God-fearing woman. And a real God-fearing woman is not a savage. She's a classy queen. She don't let society say her what she is, and then she go with society. Where everybody's calling themselves savages, no, I'm not a savage. I'm not no courageous, strong, wild fight person. I'm not no boss and all this here. That's society stuff. She know that she's a feminine, soft woman who's strong, who's gonna stand her ground, but she gonna do it the right way. That's what I be trying to say. You see what I'm saying? And like I coach a client, and she was saying like how I be watching your videos, and I had to learn that how you be sending your videos not to go at my man like that right there. She said she had learned that, and I was like, that's good. And like that's what I'm trying to tell a lot of women, like when you snap at your man like that, when you meet a good man, he gonna shut down. He gonna go in his shell. When you meet a good man, then you're going to end up hurting a good man. And then he going to pull away when you lashing out. Blah, 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 blah. But I understand some women got to get delivered from that. You got to get delivered from that. And how you do that, you got to get coaching. You got to read books. You just got to work on yourself. You can't stop doing that if you ain't doing the work. Some people don't want to change because they don't want to do the work. So, but anyways, when it comes down to it, if a man does not have any character issues, let the man go. Don't sit here and try to be, try to make this man change his character. Anything dealing with a man morals, go on about your life. Okay? Hey, God bless y'all. We'll talk soon. If you need coaching, click on the link in the description box. And we'll talk soon.